In the last video I messed up big time by painting the M5 body kit the wrong color. Today I'm redeeming myself by painting the whole side of this mega cheap ex-police BMW G31. In my tiny garage. Oh my god. In the last video, guys, I told you that there was some small accident with the paint I've ordered because some of it spilled, and I messaged to the seller and they sent me extra 1 liter of paint. But the second can of paint they sent me is different shade. So this is the 2.5 liter paint that I use for the bumper and the side skirts, and this is the 1 liter they've sent me later. And you can see clearly that this has like a cream yellowish tint to it, and this one is completely white. Huge difference between them two. So now I believe it's not the clear coat that it's yellow, it's the paint itself that they've sent me the wrong paint, because you can see there are two different shades, and this one, the 1 liter, is matching up the original color way more comparing to the first paint they've sent me. I do agree that it's partially my fault because I didn't do a test patch, but I've ordered the correct paint and I was expecting it to be correct. So now I'm messaging back and forth with the seller and we'll see what they'll say about it. Maybe they'll send me more paint, maybe not. Maybe they'll say I'm a complete idiot or something. We'll see. But today we're gonna paint the rest of this, and I already made the decision. Brake calipers will be white, alpine white like the car, and the rims will be black. Not these rims. I have 19-inch rims ready to go. Well, not exactly ready to go because I need to do some work on them, and actually I'm not even sure if I'll be able to fix them, but more on that later. Now let's paint this side up. I have only 1 liter of paint. It should be enough because I'll cover everything with the beige primer, and the paint should, in theory, cover way better on beige. But this time around I'll feather in the paint here. So somewhere about here I'll start feathering the paint to match this better, and the bumper as well. So I'll feather it up until here somewhere. And now actually, since I'm already going to spray this side, I'm thinking maybe I should scuff up the side skirt and this part of the wing here to just feather it in a little bit. But after I roll the car in the garage, I won't be able to open up the tailgate because it will be all the way in the back. I'll remove this part of the tail light. Actually, I'll remove the door handles as well. Let's crack on. We have a lot of work, but we'll get it done in no time. Okay, that was rather easy. Thanks, BMW. There's just one plug in the back. 1 minute, tail light is out. To pop the door handle, I need to remove this cover here, and in there should be a T15 screw somewhere. Oh, mine is a bit rusty though, and as far as I know, you should not remove it all the way. You should just undo it a little bit. Oh, that was easy. So yeah, just undo that tiny little T15 screw. So undo the screw until it stops, and then you can just pop off the handle. Thanks, BMW. And to remove this bit, inside the same hole in here, we have 4mm Allen key. But maybe this will not be able to pop in there. Oh no, that's too thick. Unfortunately, this is not that long, but we'll see. Yeah, the door panel is on the way. The same like the other screw, it won't fall inside your door, it just stays there. Here you go, that's off now. Again, thanks BMW. So now door handles are out, tail light is out. Now we can mask the car up, sand it, apply primer, sand it again, base coat, clear coat, and this side should be done. Let's go. Okay, the car is in now. I'll jack it up from this side and remove both wheels. So I'll be painting the brake calipers as well. Good thing about this kind of jacks is that they cannot lose pressure like the normal hydraulic ones, and they will stay there pretty much same way as an axle stand. Anyway, I've put the wheels underneath the car and the axle stands just in case if these fail for some reason. Now I'll make sure that everything that will have primer on is sanded with 180 grit sandpaper. I'm talking about here on the handles, these lines here, and I'll make a hard tape line for the primer in here, and I'll tape up the bumper as well. I'll get back to you guys when this bit is done. Okay, so now everything is sanded with 180 grit sandpaper. By everything I mean the doors and the quarter panel. I'll mask the whole car up, remove the nylon from this side where I'm gonna paint, and we should be able to start spraying. Okay, everything is masked up, as you can see. Door handles, hose, the side skirt, wings. The rest of the car, I just have exposed this area here where I'll put the primer on. Now I'll degrease it real quick with alcohol and I'll spray some primer on. Well, look at that. It's another day here, and I have to say, this looks way better than I expected. Look at this line here I sculpted by hand. Look at it, just so nice. I didn't even know I can do stuff like that. Next thing will be my favorite part. Just kidding. Wet sanding. I need to wet sand the whole thing. I'll remove the from the side skirt because we'll be blending in the new paints, so I'll be wet sanding the side skirt as well. I'll wet sand this part of the bumper here and this part of the quarter panel so I can blend in the new paint. Actually, I'll sand a little bit here of the wing so I can blend it in on this side as well. We'll see. The paint I'm gonna use today looks way closer to the OEM paint compared to what I used at the beginning. Fingers crossed the car will look half decent after I'm done with it. But not sure if you remember how wavy it was on this side. All the door was messed up. We had tons of small dents and stuff like that. This one was completely collapsed. There was rust and all that stuff, but now looks half decent. We'll know how it looks for sure after I paint it and after we have clear coat, so we have reflection. But actually I'm quite happy what I see at this stage. Let's put some guide coat on and start wet sanding. It's actually good that I didn't tape this, I just pushed it in. So now I can just do this. Because we have no door handles, I cannot open the door handle to remove the masking tape for this, for the side skirt. The good thing about BMWs is I can roll the windows down just with the remote control. And now I can open the doors. So now I can roll the windows up again by holding the locking button. And now I can shove that nylon back inside the groove. Here, at least the paint didn't come out with the masking tape, so we're good. Actually, look at this. Now see how much rubbish comes off from this. I think I should put new nylon over the car because when I start spraying, this will start flaking off and end up on my new paint. So I'll remove the whole masking now, and after I'm done wet sanding, I'll remask it again. Guys, I put a lot of effort into making these videos, so if you're enjoying it, please consider subscribing. Phew! How long was that? Only 10 YouTube seconds, so here we go. Everything is fully sanded with 600 grit sandpaper. I even sanded here the bonnet, the wing, the side skirt, part of the rear bumper and part of the quarter panel in here where the where I have no primer. This time I'm not messing around, so I'll be blending in the paint somewhere in here. I'll repaint the whole wing and I'll blend it here where it's meeting the bumper. I'll blend some of the paint on the bonnet as well. Hopefully this time around it's not gonna look so silly. And plus the paint we're gonna use is way closer shade to white than the one I used to paint the bumper and the wings. And actually I contacted the seller and they admitted that they made a mistake while they were mixing the paint. So second time around they've sent me the correct paint, properly mixed. First time you see massive difference. So next thing will be fully mask the whole car up, dry it, wipe it, and we can start spraying some base coat. Actually I nearly forgot the brake calipers, so now I'll remove them real quick and prepare them for painting as well. So here I have three options. One option is to mask everything around the caliper and paint it and hope for the best. Second option is completely remove the caliper and spray paint it on a bench or something. But I'll do something different. I'll just remove the caliper, remove the brake pads, remove everything that I don't want to spray and mask everything without disconnecting the brake lines, because after that I need to bleed the brakes and I don't want to deal with this right now. So let's remove the caliper real quick. There are two E16 bolts in the back. So this is our caliper. I think this is anti-rattling spring. Okay, that was easy. Maybe I should have done some research before I do that, but you know me guys, I don't do stuff like that. I think this should just pop out. That's the brake pad wear sensor. That was easy. Ooh, we have tons of life left on these pads, guys. Thanks, police force. I'll put these pads to good use. There you go. 4-pot brakes. Nice. And now the only few things I need to mask off is this and this as well. Wow, we have two bleed ports. That's the first time I see that. Nice. Okay, I'm putting my mask on because that's a lot of dust. Okay, so the caliper is wire brushed and degreased, so now it's ready for paint. I masked up the piston inside, and I propped it on these wooden blocks. Hopefully it's not gonna fall off. Rear caliper as well. This is the carrier over there. So now it's time to mask the whole car up and we can do the base coat finally. Okay, now is the make or break moment. The car is fully masked up. I have the door handles over there. Calipers waiting to be sprayed. I also modified my spray gun this time. I've put my mountain bike light on it, so I'll have more light to see what I'm doing. So hopefully this time around the things will be different. I have decent amount of space here to blend in the paint. This side here, I'll lightly dust the bonnet. I'm not gonna go all the way to the end, just here where the wing is, and I'll be blending in the wing somewhere around here, just doing movements like that, and hopefully the car won't look as colorful as it looks on the other side. Fingers crossed. Here actually you can see the big difference between the new paint and the old paint. Do you see how white this one is and how this one has a little bit of beige in it? Okay, so the base coat is in, and I have to say the car looks amazing, but we'll see how it's gonna look after we put the clear coat. The calipers are looking mint. Here's the rear one and the caliper carrier. The door handles are there. So next stage is my most favorite one. I'm just kidding, it's clear coat. So this is make or break. If I don't have any runs, can I make it glossy smooth? We don't know. Looks like for me there is no middle ground. I either have orange peel or runs, so I still haven't found my perfect spot right in the middle to have nice glossy finish with no runs, but hey, we live and learn. Well, it's another day, and I must say that's my first paint job with 0 runs. Yep, no runs. There are some imperfections, like few flies stuck to the clear coat, but hopefully those will buff out. But what I'm most excited about is this quartz panel. Look at the line, guys. You can never tell that this have been in some sort of fender bender or anything like that. It looks just perfect. I was a bit afraid after we have gloss reflection that we'll see waves and stuff, but no, it's all perfectly straight. Same goes for the doors as well. This area here, do you remember how messed up this was? Now it looks just perfect. You see my reflection? Although we have a little bit of orange peel, but that's not far from factory, to be honest. The factory paint has orange peel like that. Maybe not as much, but it still has some orange peel. I'm pretty sure with a little bit of buffing this will look really good. And the brake calipers, oh man, they look so good. They're nice and smooth as well. So now let's remove the rest of the masking, put the brake calipers and the wheels on, and roll the car out on the sun. I have to say I really like the white brake calipers, guys. I don't want to touch them with my filthy gloves. I'll wipe them off after. I've ordered AM stickers for the brake calipers, but they still haven't arrived, so when they arrive I'll stick them on. Thank God we have clear coat. Yeah, this will wipe off. Oh no. What's going on? So that's metal particles from the brake dust. Torque settings for the brake caliper is 110 Newton meters. Oh. You know what? I'm not gonna clean that now. I'll wait until the stickers arrive and then I'll clean it so the paint will have a bit more time to cure before I stick the stickers on and start rubbing on the fresh paint. In the rear, the calipers are getting bolted in different way. So you have the caliper carrier that is down there. Please don't fall. Okay, I'll change my gloves. Hopefully this time I won't make it so filthy. Oh man, that was dumb. Why did you fall off? Okay, 110 and another 110. The caliper to the guide pins, it's 28 Newton meters and blue Loctite. Now look what I have for the rear calipers, guys. Haha! Nice little touch. How about that? In my opinion, it looks really fresh. Ignore the rust on the brake disc. After I hit the brakes a few times, it will all clear up. But that looks cool, man. I had to buy this original from BMW. They were 20 quid a pop, so 40 quid just for this little badge. But in my opinion, that looks sick. What do you guys think? Do you like this? So imagine, because the wheels I'm gonna put on the car, they have really big space in between the spokes, and this brake caliper will be quite visible, and in my opinion that looks minty fresh. Wow, that's so close to the brake calipers, guys. Look at how close this is to the rim. Oh man, on the 19-inch rims we'll have more space. But that looks nice. Now take a look at that. Do you remember how messed up this side was? Look at that, guys. Honestly, I have to say, not too shabby for a paint job in a tiny garage with no ventilation and poor lighting. What do you guys think? Obviously I still have to buff it here and there. Look at that mosquito or whatever that is. It's on the clear coat. Thankfully, on the first 3 coats there was no any insects in the clear coat. So I hope after I buff off the insects there will be still some good amount of clear coat underneath them. So another thing I must point out, the paint match. The paint match is perfect. Ignore this line here. After I buff it up, you have zero chance to say where the blending part was. Same goes for here. Now this looks whiter because there is no reflection, but after we have the reflection it will look like this. But we'll see. Honestly, I'm really happy with this line. It looks factory. And it was hand sculpted by me, believe it or not. Wow. Okay, now let's put the tail light on. Let's put the handles in, so the car will be somewhat complete. I'm still not gonna put the chrome trim because I'll try to vinyl wrap it in black, but yeah. And yeah, do you see any difference in the color between side skirt and wing? Nope, it's way different when you paint the whole side of the car. Honestly, this is my favorite side of the car now. When I assemble it, it will be even better. And there you go. With a little bit of time, trial and error, everything's possible. This whole side of the car cost me less than £100 to paint using filler, sandpaper, primer, base and clear coat. If I'd gone to the professionals, it would have cost way more. And you saw what they did with that body line on the quarter panel. If that doesn't deserve a like and subscribe, I don't know what does. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.